What if I told you that you could experience death and live to tell the story? Let's talk about it.
Welcome me. Pass all the bullshit and flock with me. Came up on Benjis and Socrates. Kid got no time for apologies. Ain't no one stopping me, hey? Welcome me.
What's poppin', y'all? I'm your host, Jordan Lee, back with another episode of Abstrakt Media. I'm really excited about this. It's going to be a very special episode. If you have any problems with stress, anxiety, or depression, this episode might prove helpful for you. I can't say I'll fix all your life problems. Only you can. But I can say that learning about this has really helped me in those exact areas. Now, you may be experiencing stress in your life without even being aware of it or without even having a name for it. But trust me, this is no issue to overlook. Scientists have proven that the hormones of stress actually downregulate genes. This basically means that the cells in your body are losing receptors and valuable genetic material. It's also proven that these hormones can create disease in the body. Because of the size of our neocortex, we can actually activate stress responses using thought alone. So you might be stressed out because of all the things that are on your mind. And these things could very well cause sickness and deterioration. Thoughts about your parents pissing you off, your schoolwork being too overwhelming, your boss who constantly disrespects you, your toxic ass ex who keeps popping up on your timeline, those goddamn car problems you keep having to deal with, that bougie ass classmate who's always giving you the side eye, that jerk who keeps telling you that you're the cause of your own problems. You get where I'm going. All the attention that you place on these negative things have the potential to harm you. But I'm no different. I find myself stressed out all the time. If we were to take a look inside my mind, there's no end to the things you'd find. Thoughts about school, or about family, or my extended family. You might stumble upon thoughts about my career and all the ways to succeed, or fail. You might think, well, shit, it's time to get to work. And so you dive into it all, frantically racing to finish off all the thoughts there are to think. But as soon as you get through with the thoughts you're busy with, a brand new one falls into your lap. If we aren't conscious about this, we end up hopping from thought to thought, constantly trying to get it all together, and to no end. Depending on where you are in your own life journey, you may or may not have already asked yourself, does this thinking stop? Is it even possible? Or am I supposed to let this voice in my head just keep rambling on? Is it always this important? The answer is no. It's not always important. You don't always have to listen to your thoughts. Most of the time, they have nothing to do with what's going on right in front of you or what you're actually doing. We find ourselves stuck in the past, memories we hold on to, things people say about us, things that have been done to us, or our own past mistakes. We constantly berate ourselves over what we should have done and should have said. And so we exist in this space that has nothing to do with right here and right now. This is called depression. We also get so attached to the future and its limitless outcomes that we find ourselves paralyzed, contemplating which step to take now. This is called anxiety. But we aren't tied to these things in the past or future. We simply hold on to them out of fear that we'll forget to avoid our past mistakes, repeat negative experiences, and end up in an undesirable outcome. But we don't need to hold on to these things. All this energy that we keep giving to the past or the future are really just taking away from the potential of the present. And here's the kicker. That potential is absolutely limitless. But that also means that there's no limit to how much power we give our anxiety and depression. When this really becomes a problem, the only way to really take your power back is to clear the space. Clear your mind of all the thoughts related to the past and all the thoughts concerning the future. You'll find yourself relieved of regret, shame, guilt, and anger, as all of these emotions are really just tied to the past. You'll also see that there's no need for worry or fear, as they can only exist with the future in mind. The more you practice this, the sooner you'll reach a place completely detached from the past and future. And sooner or later, you'll realize that there's no need for thought at all. You may even stop thinking altogether. Here, you'll be able to be truly present, even if it's only for a moment. This practice is called meditation. Of course, you've at least heard of meditation, and there's no real strict way to do it. You can do it laying down, sitting up, standing, or twisting yourself into a pretzel. You can do it with your eyes open, closed, or bloodshot from all the ganja. You can do it any way you want. But I found the best way to achieve it is by focusing on breathing. The goal is to let your mind go blank, completely free of thought. This is when you might realize that your thoughts are actually just like your breath, just a bodily function controlled by the mind. There's no need to focus on it whatsoever in order for it to exist. I mean, if you stop focusing on breathing, it's not like you would just suddenly forget to breathe and stop. It continues whether you focus on it or not. It would be foolish of us to obsessively focus on breathing out of fear that we would suffocate and die. And yet that's exactly what most of us do with our thoughts. And so to let go of it all and just feel, in a way, is to die. Or at the very least, letting your past self die in order to be reborn, good as new. In this interview, Yongey Mingyur recalls his near-death experience to describe what it truly means to let go. If you're interested in hearing this, I'll leave the link in the description below. But for now, let's give it a shot. Oh Lord, you gonna make me meditate? That's right. It'll be quick, don't worry. Just remember that if you do have a thought, don't worry too much about it. Just be aware of it and clear your mind again. All right, now close your eyes. I say close them. All right, now imagine walking in on me and your mom. I had to. All right. I'm just playing for real this time, though. For real this time, okay. Make sure you're comfortable and that your eyes are closed. Appreciate the darkness. Clear all intruding thoughts and focus on breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. Bring your attention to what you feel. The clothes on your body. The surface underneath it. As your thoughts drift away, focus on all the sensations of the present. With every breath you take, the voice in your head gets quieter and quieter as you separate from it and take its power back. Sink into the present. So, please let me know how that was for you in the comments. If it was your first meditation, please don't be too hard on yourself. It usually takes a little longer than 90 seconds to experience the ecstasy of eternal nothingness, and I'd be willing to call you a prophet by default if you open your third eye in your first meditation. But I hope this was a valuable experience for all of you guys, whether it was the meditation itself or the breakdown of why we do it. There's really no limit to what you can do with this. People use meditation to clear and attract energy, to synchronize their chakras, to experience ego death without having to take shrooms, and to assist them in literally manifesting the reality they desire. Personally, I like to try different kinds of breath work when I meditate, but that could be a whole episode of its own. For now, the major takeaways are, you are ultimately in control of how much stress you endure. Focusing on the present can be much more peaceful and powerful than focusing on the past and future. We aren't our thoughts, just as we aren't our breath. And lastly, meditation can help us to relieve all negativity. I thought it would be a good idea to make a video like this right off the bat, because I know at a time like this, stress, anxiety, and depression are at an all-time high. And many of the places we might go to for information or even for entertainment are only making it worse. Stress can kill. And it's deadlier than COVID. Anyway, I hope you liked this episode. As we move forward, I'm going to be doing a lot more animation. I'm even going to shoot some stories on film that I think can communicate a lot of the messages that I want to share with you guys. In those later episodes, we're going to dive into the deeper meaning of those stories and also get into the craft of how I actually put them together. I figured storytelling is kind of what I'm best at, so why not give you guys all I have to offer? That's all I have to say for now, but before I let you guys go, don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Jordan Lee. I'll see you next week.
League load up like Goku. Reach Super Saiyan over dimes and soul food. Money ain't the motive, but it's still nice to hold it when I got it in pocket. Remember, I told you, youngin' came up from the Lunchables. I'm trying to get like the Huxtables. Up in the hills, living comfortable. Ain't even touchable. Rolly adjustable. Young nigga can't even focus.
I had to.